Here we go, back again with another video, and today we're going to talk about 4 subjects, 4 transfer, bits of information, important information from Sunderland Football Club's concern, important information. But first of all, I want to say a well done again to Sunderland, beating, the USA team last night, all the way down there in San Antonio, winning 3-1. I just watched the extended highlights. You can watch the highlights now on the official Sunderland SAFC website. Yes, the official AFC website, where they have the highlights of the 3-1 victory, and there's some really good highlights. San Antonio played some decent football, had some good chances. That lob that caught Patterson off his line was absolutely, great foresight. But the lads did really well. I was particularly impressed with Chris Rigg in the first half, Roberts and Gooch, and then also and Barr as well, of course, Abdullah Barr. In the second half, Pierre Ekwa looked really strong, powering through the centre of the midfield, and also the goal from Bennett was good, was a good finish as well, a good taken goal. So there we go. We move now on to play. Right, I made a mistake yesterday. Okay, I told you a couple of days ago we had Matija Frijan. Now he's the Croatian lad who I said. The deal, the price has been agreed by both clubs. It's been agreed by both clubs, but there's still certain sort of personal terms that need to be organised, sorted out, like accommodation as well. So that was the situation. Then, when I was out doing my run yesterday in the pissing down rain, I got some more information from my source, and they said that the deal was done, medical approaching next week, but I got that completely wrong, because I misread what he said. The deal is done, and a medical for next week for a different striker. The Croatian lad, the Matija Frijan, this lad, the deal is still, the money's been organised, been sorted, the price has been agreed by both clubs, but it's down to personal terms and the accommodation and all the small finer detail that's got to be sorted out before the deal is actually done on that striker. So watch this space to do with that striker. Now, the other striker that is coming in, that's definitely coming in, is a young lad, 18 years of age, from Sochaux in France, and he's called Elisa Mayenda. I don't know much about this young lad. It's caught me by surprise. He's played about 14, 15 games in France for Sochaux. And he scored 1 goal and a couple of goals. In the B side, he scored 4 and 14. So I don't know much about him. I do apologise on that way. You can do your little digging yourself and have a look around and see what he's like. And this is the picture of the young lad here now. So as you can see, he's probably I think he's almost 6 foot inches tall. He's a striker. He's a young lad. Another one of these young lads that Christian Speakman want to bring in with KLD, and hopefully Tony Mowbray can turn him into the finished article. But is he going to be ready for the championship? You know what I mean? I think Semedo looked good over the last couple of games. I know they only played 45 minutes. All the players did apart from Patterson, because the searing heat in America, is ferocious. So. Yeah, Semedo's only played 45 minutes. But Chris Rigg, he's one that could definitely be in with a shout for the championship this season, because he looks absolutely fantastic. He was puffing and blowing again yesterday, but most of them were like, and that heat, it's you won't get that kind of heat in England. No way, Jose. So there we go. So we have Elisa Mayenda. I get that right. Elisa Mayenda. The deal is definitely done with this young lad. You can go and dig out some, if I couldn't find footage on YouTube, and I couldn't find anything really, to be fair. 18 years old, French lad from Sochaux. So there we go. So you let me know what your thoughts are on this young lad. I'm sorry, I do apologise. It is my fault for getting things completely mixed up yesterday. But the Croatian lad, it's still ongoing. That could come into fruition some point this week. We don't know. Touch wood, that one still goes through. Like I said, the prices are agreed. Now, 2 players that could be going out of Sunderland. Important transfer news. Now, hearing the rumours about Lahaji, right, my source says they are legit, and Sunderland are willing to listen to offers. What's your thoughts on that? If Lahaji doesn't want to be at the club, of course, it makes sense to actually let the lad go and sell him. But it's got to be the right offer. We need to make at least the same money as we paid for this young lad. He hasn't been at the club very long. You know, he doesn't speak much English. He looked quite good last night. He made 1 or 2 good touches last night. You know, he could change his mind. He may change his mind. He may want to stay at the club. But all the rumours that you're hearing out there about Laharji, they are correct. Now, what about Ross Stewart's contract? Ross Stewart is Scottish, born in Irvine, 26 years of age. You know, he's done 70 games for Sunderland. 36 goals, over 1 goal every 2 games. Absolutely fantastic last season, the season before. Injuries cut his campaign short last season. So Ross Stewart, what do you want Ross Stewart to stay at the club, or you want him to go? Do you want him to sign a contract? Do you think maybe his injury's a bit too much? Do you want more experienced strikers in? Now, coming out of the club, Sunderland are willing to listen to offers for Ross Stewart unless he signs a new contract. So clearly there we go. The club have offered Ross Stewart this deal, and Ross Stewart has yet to sign the contract. It's down. It's all in Ross Stewart's. It's on his plate, on his table. It's down to him, Ross Stewart. The club are willing to listen to offers for Ross Stewart unless he signs the contract. So, is there any room for negotiation on both sides? Is Ross Stewart like, wait until he gets himself fit, then he's just going to find somewhere else? So what's your thoughts on that? Yes, the club are willing to listen to offers for Laharji and Ross Stewart, unless Ross Stewart signs a contract. But Laharji itself, it's down, the ball's in his court. You know, end of the day, the ball's in Ross Stewart's court as well. So what's your thoughts on that with Ross Stewart? He hasn't signed the contract. The club have offered him a contract. I don't know if this is a better contract than they offered him before. I don't know how many times it's gone backwards and forwards and all this, but this one is on the table for Ross Stewart, and it's up to Ross Stewart. If Ross Stewart won't sign this contract, the club are willing to get offers and sell Ross Stewart. If Ross Stewart goes, where is the experience in the striker department? I mean, this young lad from Sochaux, Elizar Medina, 18 years of age, played a handful of games. He's got some French. I don't even actually, now I think about it, I might have getting this completely wrong. I may have getting this completely wrong, as I've done lots lately, and I've got him here. Is he actually a Spanish? He may be a Spanish footballer, to be fair. I think he is a Spanish footballer. I'm totally firing blanks today, aren't I? Right, okay, this weekend, should we say. Zaragoza in Spain is where he's born. He's not French, he's Spanish. And we've just seen a Spanish lad. Yes, Spanish lad Alcazar win the tennis in Wimbledon. 20 years of age, absolutely fantastic. So yes, I do apologise. He is 5'11" tall, 18 years of age, and he's Spanish, he's not French. Oh, I'll tell you what, sometimes they give me a head shake. But he is playing for Sochaux. That is a French club. That's where I'm getting confused. It is a French club. So there we go. What's your thoughts on the young lad coming in? And okay, Matizar Frijan. You know, like I said before, the deal's done, but it's down to the player if he wants to accept personal terms and also accommodation. So there we go. That's what's happening this week. One striker is definitely coming in, as long as the medical goes well. It's not the striker we wanted. It's the 18-year-old kid. Thoughts on him? And of course, we could lose Ross Stewart, and definitely we could lose, Laharji. So well done to Sunderland for getting a good result so far. 3-1 last night. We move on to, I think it is Thursday morning, where hopefully, play it again, Sam. Right, thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe channel. Take care. God bless me. God go with you. I do apologise for all the confusion I do. It's my fault, sometimes I just see things and I completely miss it. I completely missed out. Sochaux, or whatever you pronounce that French side. I completely didn't see that in the message I got when they said the deal was done, medical this week. I thought it was for the Croatian lad, but obviously I didn't see the French team written down. So it's not my source's fault, it's my fault for being a bit daft. Right, take care, God bless me, God go with you, and we'll see you next time on The Mad Mistake.